September 7th, 10 a.m. at the District Court. Time to get this trial on the way. Court is now in session for the trial of Miss Maya Fey. The prosecution is ready, Your Honor. The defense is Miles Edgeworth. I better not show any signs of weakness today, or he'll be on me in an instant. Mr. Edgeworth, please give the court your opening statement. Thank you, Your Honor. The defendant, Miss Maya Fey, was at the scene of the crime. So the police. What's your point? The prosecution has evidence she committed this murder. What is this evidence? And we have a witness who saw her do it. Okay. Prosecution sees no reason to doubt the facts of this case. I see. Thank you, Mr. Edgeworth. Let's begin then. If we may call our first witness, Your Honor. The prosecution calls the chief officer at the scene, Detective Gumshoe. He was a witness? How did he witness it? Witness, please do your... into the court. Sir, my name is Dick Gumshoe, sir. I am the detective in charge of homicides down at the precinct, sir. Detective Gumshoe, please describe for us the details of this murder. Very well, sir. Let me use this floor map. Okay, cool. The body was found by this window here. And the cause of death? Loss of blood due to being strung with a blood object. I mean, thinking about it, I never actually questioned what people blade up the blunt force objects, but I mean, like, if it's to the head, I guess it's because then obviously sharp pieces of bone are cutting through the skin. But anywhere else would be internal bleeding, wouldn't it? Statue of the Thinker found next to the body, sir. It was heavy enough to be as a deadly weapon, even in a girl's hands. I mean, I don't see why that should make a thing, Gumshoe. But, so it had its internal... and it was still heavy. The court accepts this statue as evidence. They're still calling it a statue. Floor plans have added to the court record. Thank you. Now, detective. Yes, sir? You immediately... Miss Maya Fey, who was found at the scene, correct? Can you tell me why? Yes, sir. I had hard evidence she did it, sir. Detective Gumshoe, please testify to the court about this hard evidence. Because she was there. Or is it because she was a woman? Gumshoe is the type to say that, but I don't think he's the type to mean it in that sense. Or at least mean it maliciously. He means it more ironically instead of maliciously. As soon as I got a phone call, as soon as the phone call came in, I rushed to the scene. There were two people there already. Fey and the lawyer, Mr. Phoenix Wright. I immediately arrested Miss Maya Fey. Why? We had a witness account describing her. Okay, never mind. The witness saw Miss Maya Fey of the murder. The very moment you say. Very well. Mr. Wright, you may begin your cross-examination. Yes, Your Honor. Cross-examine what? I couldn't see a single contradiction in the testimony. Whoosh. Hey, Maya just threw something at me. What's this? When my sister couldn't find any contradictions in the witness' testimony, she would just bluff it and press the witness for every detail. The witness would always slip up and say something wrong. It worked lots of times. Should have expected Maya to know some of her sister's tricks. Okay, so we just have to push. Okay, let's give it a try. Something the matter? Yes, we're being assaulted in the courtroom. Can you have this person arrested? No, Your Honor. I'd like to begin the cross-examination. Alright, detective. Done for the interrogation. As soon as the phone call came in, I rushed to the scene. Who did you say you got the call from? Hey pal, don't play dumb. You know who. Then you should have no problem saying it to the court. The call was from a customer at the gate hotel right across from the crime scene. Okay, I pressed. Not sure it did much, though. Right, please continue. There were two people already there. Who were those two people? Detective Gumshoe. How long would you say it took between you receiving the call and your arrival at the crime scene? Right. I'd say about 3 minutes. 3 minutes? Are you the Flash? That's pretty fast. Our motto this month is quick response. That's how I got there before the killer got away. Did you... Did he, though? Indeed. Tell us who the two people we found at the crime scene were. Yes, sir. In the lot, yes. Joke's on you, that's not me. Are you absolutely sure it was us? Listen, pal. Your dumb act will only get you so far. Your hippie clothes and your spiky hair, you two stand out like suspicious people at a crime scene. Well, he does have a point about her. She is pretty unmistakable. I don't know. I wouldn't say so. Well, maybe the clothes. I should pick my points and press them a little more carefully. No, press everything. So, why didn't you arrest me? Why's that? What's your reason? Why we had to win? Okay. Hold on just a second. Yeah? If I heard you correctly, you said you arrested her because you had hard evidence. She did it, correct? Huh? That me? Well, it wasn't the judge. I heard you say it. You did say it. You said it. Exactly what about this suspicious woman in pink, in Pink's claim was hard evidence? What? Miss May isn't suspicious. And, sure, she's in pink, pal. I mean, her clothes, though. She maybe not. I guess she is pink. I mean, her hair as well, I guess. That's enough, Detective Gumshoe. Do you have any more solid proof of her claims, Detective? Pressing can have its advantages. Yes. Okay. Sorry, I got the order of things mixed up in my testimony, Your Honor, sir. There was something I should have told you about it first, Your Honor. Very well, Detective. Let's hear your testimony again. From the... After securing the suspect, I examined the scene of the crime with my own eyes. I found a memo written in the piece of paper next to the victim's body. On it, the word Maya was written clearly in blood. Lab test. The victim's blood. Also, there was blood found in the victim's finger. But it doesn't look like she was bleeding. Before she died, the victim wrote the killer's name. Was she bleeding? How do you like that? My hard evidence. Before we begin the cross-examination, I have a question for you, Detective. Your Honor. Why didn't you testify about the vital piece of evidence the first time? I know. I'm a little embarrassed I forgot about it, Your Honor, sir. Try to be more careful. Very well. The cross-examination. Okay. And we press again. We mispress everything, right? And did you find any evidence? No, don't jump the gun on me, pal. Just listen. I'm getting to the good part. I've got a bad feeling about this. Just because you found it next to the body doesn't mean the victim wrote it. Oh, then who did write it, Smarty Pants? The killer? Me? You? Who? I did. Oh, I had so much want to say I did. The killer? Anyone can see that. Oh, you're saying the killer wrote her own name? Buddy, please. She was... Objection! Hold on. If that's the case, where's your evidence? Ha, I guess that was a bit of a tall order for you. I mean, she was there with the body. She could have just hit her and hit it. Those without evidence shouldn't open their mouths, Mr. Wright. Then why are you speaking? You don't have the evidence, he does. Yeah, pal. Well, detective, tell us. What was written on the memo you found? It was not blood, it was... Do you have proof it was Mia who wrote it? Who wrote that? Of course I do, pal. Oh. You sounded pretty confident. That might not be good. Okay, blood of the victims. What kind of tests were these again? Huh? What kind of, well... little bits of blood, the, hemoglobin? Goblins... Hemoglobin... Bobbin... I refuse to testify on this matter, pal. I'm no expert on blood tests. Yes, that was quite clear. You with your testimony. Thanks, pal. I mean, Your Honor, sir. Detective Gumshoe? Yeah? I look forward to your next evaluation, as should you. Oh. That was a mess. Right, where was I? And, which hand was the bloody finger, detective? The right hand. She was right-handed. Nice try. Oh, I guess it wasn't too hard to see what I was getting at there. I mean, what was the piece of paper found on the right? Detective Gumshoe. Do you get a lot of cases where the victim actually writes the killer's names? Or name? Sure, it happens all the time in books and the movies. This isn't the movies, detective. It is a game, though. Let's talk about reality, shall we? Yes, I haven't heard of many cases, no. Don't you find it a little odd that the victim would write down a name? I mean... not really. Especially the name of her own sister. Yeah, actually, you got a point, pal. Stop right there. The witness's opinion on the matter is irrelevant. Facts are clear. The victim wrote that... No, that's not a fact. The fact that the defendant's name was written down, because we have evidence for that. We don't have evidence of who wrote it. You sir. The victim told us the name of her killer. Order! Order! That didn't go so well. That's right. What he said. That's his whole testimony. Okay. There has to be a contradiction there somewhere, let's find it. Okay, so it wasn't based on pressing. So I guess we have to present something. Death was instantaneous, so she couldn't have written anything. Conversation. Failed recognition. Yeah, so it has to be just the autopsy report. Fair enough. Also... cool. No. Oh, no! Wrong button! Wrong button! Wrong button! Go away! Go away! And you... stop shaking your heads! You shut up! Order! So it's the last one, okay. Can I go backwards to cycle through, or do I have to cycle through all of them? Oh, I can't. Oh, really? God damn it. Alright, present. And then present. Of Gumshoe. There was one thing I want you to clarify when we hear. Usually the victim, Maya Fey, wrote this note. That she was accusing the defendant, Maya Fey. That's really what you're saying. What? This isn't one of those lawyer tricks now, is it? Of course you wrote. The killer? You? Me? The judge? Because the judge is there? You have it backwards, detective. Backwards? The victim is the only person who absolutely could not have written it. This is a report, detective. Immediate death due to the blow from blunt objects. She died immediately. But... No buts. No butting your way out of this one, detective. Order. Order. The defense has a... Someone who died immediately would not have the time to write anything down. Mr. Wright, I beg your pardon, but when did you obtain that autopsy report? When? The day after the murder. Prosecution point being... The autopsy is outdated, Your Honor. It was yesterday. What? What? A second autopsy was performed yesterday. It was what? Huh? Death was almost immediate due to almost immediate. But there is a possibility the victim lived for several minutes after the blow. I received these results this morning. No way. Your Honor, it's quite easy to imagine. Time to write down. Maya. You know. Wow. That is all. I see. Damn you, Edgeworth. I should have known you'd have something up your sleeve. This is why you wear t-shirts. No one knows you've got things up your sleeves then. It's also, well, I guess there's less things to hide. Why, Mr. Wright, you look shocked. Something you want to say? No. No. I don't want to... Why would I want to... Why would I say any... Well, you know, it's not the detective's fault. I've heard there's nothing you won't do to get your verdict. What reason could you possibly have to request a second autopsy report? Mr. Wright, the defense will refrain from personal attacks on the prosecution. No matter, Your Honor. Mr. Wright, say what you will, the evidence in this report is undeniable. Your Honor, I submit this report to the court. Oh, understood. The court accepts the evidence. Then, well, Your Honor, the evidence strongly suggests the victim was identifying the killer. That's the obvious conclusion, yes. John, this isn't good. The prosecution would like to call its next witness. This poor, innocent girl saw the murder. I mean, I don't think... With a body like that, I don't think she's very innocent, to be fair. Nothing. Innocent girl saw the murder with her own eyes. Let the witness, Miss April May, take the stand. Exactly what part of her is innocent? See, Phoenix and I on the same wavelength. I mean, Phoenix, how indecent of you. Witness, your name please? April May. Yes sir. Didn't even know the game got physics. Order. An introduction should not require a reaction from the crowd. It shouldn't require one, but one was given anyway. The witness will refrain from one-time winking. Why is that, Judge? Yes, Your Honor. This is not good. She's already captured the heart of every man in the courtroom. About the ladies. Are you saying there's no ladies that may be finding this appealing as well, Phoenix? There's also maybe some men who aren't, captured. Tell us, what were you doing? Where were you on the... Oh no, this is... Yeah, the 6th. Which is when we got the autopsy report, and the date of the murder was the 5th. Today's the 7th. What does he mean the autopsy report was updated? Anyway. Yeah. It occurred. Gee, I was like, in my hotel room. I checked in right after lunch. And this hotel is directly across from the Fey & Co. law offices. Law offices. I don't know why I said law and offices. That's right, big boy. About what you saw. Her eyes are red though, not just pink. It was like 9 o'clock at night. I looked out the window, you know. And then, oh, I saw a woman with long hair being attacked. Attacking her was the mousy girl sitting in the defendant's chair. Then the woman, like, dodged to one side and ran away. The girl, she caught up to her and she hit her. Then the woman with long hair, she kinda slumped. The end. That's all I saw. Every little bitsy witsy, and then a wink and some physics. Well, Your Honor, I see. It's a remarkably solid testimony. I don't see a need to trouble the witness any. Wait, Your Honor. Mr. Wright, what about my cross-examination? I thought the witness's testimony just now was quite firm. Didn't you? Is that the word you want to go with, Your Honor? Firm? Mr. Wright, I understand you were Miss Maya Fey's understudy, were you not? You must know her techniques well. Her cowardly faults in perfectly good testimonies. Uh-huh. You want to be the pot calling the kettle black? You know? Because, like, it sounds like my arguments were pretty good, and then every chance you got, you objected. Hey, how dare you? Well, Mr. Wright, will you cross-examine the witness? Yes. I'll gladly proceed with the cross-examination. Only because I have the feeling Edgeworth doesn't want me to. She has to have some weakness. Very well, you may begin your cross-examination. Okay, we'll just press everything again. Find the contradictory. Cool, how do you know? Did you listen to the thinker? And why did you do that? Huh? Why? Like, why what? Why did you look out the window? Were you expecting to see something? Well, gee. What, that's it? You can't get out of this question that easily. I sort of, you know... I had a feeling. Well, I have a feeling she's trying to avoid the question. Maybe I should press a little harder on this one. Go for it, why not? Let's see how far I can run with this. Surely, you must have had a reason to look out your window at the time of night. Oh, Just right now, I will not have you badgering my witness. Badgering? You insist on needling her with trivial questions. I really don't think it should be allowed. Yeah, stop him. The poor girl. Order, Mr. Wright. You've been warned. Poor girl. What about poor me? You looked out the window and what? The whole point is to needle her, though. The woman with the long hair. Was that? Oh, that was Maya Fey. Slender, sort of. Well, some people might say pretty, if that's your thing. Your thing. I mean, she wasn't unattractive. And the person attacking her? Maya, apparently. How do you know she was the defendant? Well, you know, she had a girlish physique. A woman knows these things. I just know, okay? There was only one person at the scene of the crime with the short time frame. I think it said. The testimony is bulletproof. Well, guess what? I'm not shooting bullets, am I? He's right. Yep, he's right. I question the testimony. The testimony stinks. What? Miss Maya, I'm willing to bet that... You saw nothing. Did you really see the defendant at all? I mean, if you saw... What's the meaning of this? Yeah, what's the meaning? Somebody tell me, because I'm clueless about this, I mean, are you... I think it's about everything. Okay, if you hadn't really witnessed my client, Maya Fey, you'd have noticed her clothes before noticing her physique. Oh, okay, I'm stumbling this. No one wears clothes like this on a daily basis except her. And I'm no expert in fashion, but her hairdo looks far from normal to me. However, the witness's testimony mentions neither of these things. The testimony is bogus. But... Still, we don't know if she was dressed that way the night of the murder. She was, Your Honor. I saw her. And so did Detective Gumshoe. What do you say to that, Miss May? Oh, she's growling at what? What are you trying to say, you mean lawyer? I saw what I saw. I didn't think that's all I didn't think all the trifling details were necessary, darling. Miss May, the court would like to remind you to please omit nothing in your testimony. I'm sorry, Your Honor. I'll be a good girl, I promise. Your testimony again, if you would. Damn, I almost had it. But we made progress, I think. Good on you, Phoenix. I did see everything, I did. The victim, the woman, first ran off to the right. Yeah. Dodged, first ran off to the right. I don't know why I think I got distracted by, Detective Gumshoe talking about the right side of, like, being right-handed. Then the girl in the hippie clothes ran to her. And she hit the weapon. I saw it, I did. That clock, the kind of statuey clock, the thinker, I think. Well, there's the, query of my report. Accuracy. I can read, I promise. And I'll stall you. I see. I only wish you had been so... Please begin the cross-examination. I did see everything I did. The woman... the victim of the woman dodged, attack... Okay, I'll just... Yeah. That's right. And you're right? As in from the... as you look from the hotel? Which hand do I hold my knife in again? How would I know this? Right. It was my right hand, right? Satisfied, Mr. Wright? Please continue. Did I skip one, I think? That's the first one, right? So, you saw me then, too. Of course. I remember that a spiky head anywhere. Spiky? The witness will refrain from personal attacks with the defense attorney. I mean... Oh, was I a bad guy? I'm sorry. Is it a personal attack? If it's just... Because his hair is kind of... Yeah. Anyway, so I've done this one. How convenient for you to remember her hippie clothes. That's what that's what she was wearing. Oh, and her hair was done up like a bun. What happened then? Where did this weapon come from? She picked it up from the desk. I see. What sort of weapon was it? Who said it was a clock? A clock? Didn't this go on another testimony recently? Well, don't look so sour, Mr. Lawyer. You can't win them all. No, but I have a feeling I'm onto something now. Oh, okay, so it has to be that, right? Cool. Miss May, what you said just now was quite revealing. Revealing? Oh, you'd like that, wouldn't you? I mean, can you blame him? Naughty Mr. Lawyer. You said just now it was the statue of the thing, it was a clock. But there was no way of knowing that just by looking at it. Another person in such a same position as you recently called this a clock too. He was found guilty of murder. Order. Order. Can you explain how you know this was a clock? The witness saw the murder with her own eyes. That's all that's important here. That is not all that's all important. The defense is trying to confuse the issue with the trivial concerns. Yes, yes, of course. You will withdraw your question, Mr. Wright. But these questions are all I have, Your Honor. As you may recall, I've caught murderers with these questions before. Well, only once. This is a kind of objection is sustained. You may continue the question of the witness. Okay, damn. Will you stop? Be over. Huh? What? So, what happens now? What happens now is you answer my question. How do you know it was a clock? What? That's because I heard it? Yes. I heard it say the time. So, you've been to the law offices of Fey & Co. No. Wait, no. How could you have heard it say the time when the incisors were taken out? No, I didn't say that. I wouldn't go there. I heard it from the hotel. The law offices in Fey & Co., where the murder took place, is very... You could easily have heard the clock. Not if it didn't have batteries in. Well, Mr. Wright, are you satisfied? No, Your Honor. I can't give up now. I'm not satisfied because she couldn't have heard it. You were at the hotel. There's no way you could have heard the clock go off from the building next door. You have proof she could not? Amateurs, listen to me, Mr. Wright. In the courtroom, proof is everything. Without it, you have nothing. You are nothing. Then I would like to propose the test. If it really is, the prosecution... What? On what grounds? This is a trivial matter with no direct bearing of the case at hand. Indeed, objection is sustained. Okay. Ready to proceed, Mr. Wright? No, Your Honor. Can't give up now. So, it couldn't have rung. Members of the court, it is inconceivable the clock in question rang. It was empty. The clock is missing the clockwork. How could you possibly? Just look at it right now. Oh. See anything interesting, Your Honor? Is as the defense says. The clockwork is missing. It is quite empty. Mr. Wright, would you care to explain the court of the meaning of this? It is as you can see. The clock was empty. It couldn't have rung. Therefore, this witness is a big fat. Well, Miss Mayor? Quite a show you put on us, for Mr. Wright. He knew the clock was empty. Somehow he knew. No, he's just pretty good at the poet. I'm afraid you've forgotten one thing. The clock is empty. As you said, it can't ring. However, we must ask, when was the clock removed? 9 in the morning. If it is the witness heard the clock, then there is no contradiction. That's true. That is a possibility. The clock might have been emptied out. And that is exactly what happened, Your Honor. Well, Mr. Wright, can you prove when the clock was removed? I can. Oh, impossible, of course. I have proof. What? Wasn't it you who said proof is everything? And I'll show you the proof that you like so much. What evidence proves when the clock was removed?
Take that!
Take a look at this. This is a very cute cell phone. Thanks. Bought it myself. Oh, you have a girly phone. Wait. Listen. This is the defendant's cell phone and it contains a recording. A recording of a conversation she had with the victim on the day of the murder. Order. Defendant's cell phone. This wasn't brought to my attention. Perhaps that good detective better remember he's up for evaluation soon. I gotta say, I'm starting to feel bad for the big fella. Let's hear this conversation. So you want me to hold on to the thinker then? If you could. I should... I'm talking right now. Huh? It's not working? That's lame. I had to take out the clockwork, sorry. September 5th. Your Honor, I think this makes it clear that Clockworker's already gone by the time the conversation was recorded. Which was before the witness had even arrived at the hood. Well, Miss May, would you care to explain this to the court? Just how did you know the weapon was a clock? Well, isn't it obvious? I saw the clock before. What store was it? I go to so many. Oops, I forgot. More physics. So the witness had seen it before. That would make sense. Does the defense have any objection, Mr. Wright? Yes, because it was customarily made by Larry. The witness claims she had seen it before, but his statement contradicts the piece of evidence already submitted to the court. Please produce made by Larry Butts.
Take that!
It's simple. The clock was never in any store, ever. What? A friend of mine made that clock. Only 2 exist in the world. And the one that isn't here is in the police custody. Everything is sold in stores. Miss May, I think it's high time for you went shopping for a better excuse. Oh, excuses not on sale today? Oh. Harumph. And the hearts. More physics. And she just went JoJo. What's it to you, Pokemon Head? Stupid clock doesn't matter, okay? She did it, and she should die for it. Die. Isn't perjury on the stand, a crime? Judge, you should arrest her. Oh, let's not get ahead of ourselves. This is a court of law, and the witness will remain calm. Okay. Oh. Silly me. Did I, lose it? Oh, I guess I did. Scary. Miss May, tell me, how did you know the weapon was a clock? And she's glaring at us. Oh dear. Does the defense have an opinion on this behavior? Well, this is it. Yes, Your Honor. Allow me to explain how I see the truth of the matter. Mr. Romay, you knew it was a clock because, witness had never held the clock in her hand. However, she heard it was a clock. She heard? That is correct, Your Honor. There's no other way that she could have known the thinker was a clock. And I can show you the proof. Well, this is interesting. Let's see it then. Proving that the witness had heard the murder weapon was a clock. The white tab, right?
Take that!
Have a look at this. Oh, that? Eh? I found this in Miss Maya's room. Mr. Wright, please declare in the court. Miss May, you were tapping the victim, Miss Maya Fey's phone, weren't you not? Oh, I mean, there's no proof of that, right? Your Honor, this is irrelevant. I'm not entirely sure it is. Objection overruled. It troubles me that our witness was in possession of a wiretap. Does the defense truly claim that the witness was tapping her phone? Absolutely. Even if that were the case, which it is not, you still have to prove one thing. Did the victim ever say that the weapon was a clock on the phone? Yes? Can you prove that? I think I can. It's simple. What? Here's my proof. Proof that the victim said on the phone what the weapon on the clock was. The clock isn't working. Proof that the victim said on the phone the weapon was a clock. We'll read this again.
Take that!
I presented the event's cell phone. Yes, we've seen it. Listen, what about the conversation? You haven't... Actually... Again? What time is it? It's a clock. Yeah. Miss April May, you used a wiretap to listen to this conversation. That's how you knew the victim... think it was a clock. Am I wrong?
Objection!
Your Honor, this is ridiculous. Look at the witness's face. Does she not seem amused to you? The defense demands an answer. Okay then. Witness, answer the question. Did you tap her phone? Miss May. Shut up, all of you. What gives you the right to talk to me like that? You lawyer. It's not fair. All of you ganging up on me like that? Oh, I'm such a bad girl, is that it? Is that it? And now she's crying. The crocodile tears. That did it. The court team has seen the real April. Now to deal with the final blow. What? I mean, why was she wiretapping? Why did you wiretap her phone? Answer the question. Do I have to? Isn't this a murder trial? Tippity tapping her irrelevant. She's saying exactly what Edgeworth wanted to say. Miss May, you were tapping the victim's phone. I hardly call that irrelevant. While the court doesn't not condone the defence's tone of voice, he has a point. Well, Miss May, do you have an explanation for the court? Can you prove that you had nothing to do with this murder, even though you were tapping her phone? I'd like to see her pull that off. Mr. Lawyer, I saw that evil grin. You were probably thinking, I'd like to see her pull that off, weren't you? Damn, she's good. Well, you're not the first man who's thought that, and of course, I can and will. You can't be serious, no way. Way, I say, way. Oh, and I assure you, I'm serious, Mr. Lawyer. Okay, so, the killing happened around 9 o'clock at night. Why, that's just when I was getting room service from the sweet bellboy. Room service? Iced coffee, I believe it was. Iced coffee? You know what? Like normal coffee, but cold. So why not just get normal coffee and just wait for it to go cold? I guess it would be slower. If you don't drink it quick, the ice melts and you just have regular cool coffee. So it's just coffee with... I think I'm making it up. Ask the bellboy. Ergo, the witness is not at the scene of the crime of the murder. So, where does that leave us? It is my greatest pleasure to inform you that the witness appears to have been tapping the victim's... However, that is a separate crime and has no bearing on the current case whatsoever. Her testimony stands she saw the defendant, Miss May, commit a murder. Well, no, we just proved that she didn't. She's been faking the testimony. They're going to let her just walk away. There's no way I can win this unless I tie Miss May to the murder. Well, does the defense have anything to say? Well, come on. Think of something. Sure. The defense would like to call the hotel bellboy as a witness. There's something suspicious right here. I'm going to get to the bottom of this. I think you've sunk in quite... Ready.
Objection!
I object to calling the bellboy. Why? What's your reason? Because I hold that... Because I hold that the wiretapping had nothing to do with the killing. However, if you agree to one condition, I'll consent to calling this witness. Condition? Miss April May's alibi is not called into question after the examination of the bellboy, then you will recognise that Miss April may not be the killer, though she is innocent. And thereby, you must also accept a guilty verdict of Miss Maya Fey. That is my condition. If I find something suspicious on that bellboy, otherwise Maya is declared guilty on that spot. What should I do? Well, I can't give up. Alright. I've got nothing to lose except for, well, everything. Understood? I accept the condition. Cool. You fell right into my trap. Very well. The court calls the hotel bellboy to the stand. I believe we're ready for the witness to testify. He certainly does look like a bellboy. Yes, sir. I received your summons in the middle of work, sir. I'm happy to do your service. That tea set. So, without further ado, the witness may begin his testimony. Very good, sir. Miss May's room service. I'm the head bellboy at the fine Gatewater Hotel, in business for 4 generations. I believe I received a call after 8 in the evening from our guest, Miss May. She asked for a nice coffee to be brought to her at 9 o'clock on the dot, sir. I brought it to her at precisely the requested time, of course. Where is he? Where is he looking? And I delivered the iced coffee to our guest, Miss May herself. I see. The defense may begin the cross-examination. Right. I'm ready, I hope. This is it. If I can prove Miss May was involved with the murder, Maya will be finished. Or if I can't, I guess. Alright. Press everything. What exactly it is it that you do at the hotel? Why, anything requested of me, sir. And guests, I check out guests. I mean, pretty sure that's not supposed to be your job. I clean rooms, I make beds. I even deliver room service, sir. I check Miss May in personally. But you are so prim, Mr. Wright. You will refrain from asking questions. Are you sure it was Miss May on the phone? Absolutely, sir. How can you be so certain? I checked Miss May in personally, sir. Not only did I see her and all her stunning, I also heard her voice. And then I saw them, and him. I mean, they are quite out there. The point being, I remembered her quite well, sir. I bet you did. I bet you did. I bet you were happy to not receive a tip after that. Yes, what then? She asked me for a nice coffee to be brought to her at 9 o'clock on the dot. 9 o'clock on the dot, you said? Yes, I confirmed that the date. She was watching a program on TV and wished for the drink after she'd finished, sir. 9. Time of the murder. Brought it to her precisely at the requested time, of course. Precisely 9 o'clock, then? Precisely, exactly, and most definitely, sir. 900 p.m. How can you be so sure? Miss May was quite insistent on it being brought then. Oh, bellboy. Hee. I'd like an iced coffee at exactly 9 o'clock. Something like that, sir. Therefore, I knocked on her door at 9 o'clock, sir. Why would you be so peculiar about the time? You are sure it was Miss April May herself? Absolutely, sir. Absolutely. Yes, sir. Very absolutely, sir. It's an endearing mannerism of mine. How come you're so very certain? Well, when I brought the room service, sir, the guest, she favoured me with, an embrasure, sir. Embrasure? Is that French for embrace? It's French for a kiss, sir. But not a French kiss, sir. More like a peck on the cheek. Should have gone for the Australian kiss. Why would she have done that? I believe by chance. She was momentarily swept away by my prank. It was a moment I shall never, ever forget, sir. I bet you wouldn't. I mean, can't blame you. Sounds pretty fishy to me. I think I miss May. It's no good. There's nothing there. Is that it? Tisk tisk. Finally. The bellboy has absolutely no reason to lie. Now, if you have any decency, you'll have to end this rather tedious cross-examination here. It was a bit tedious. The witness may leave the stand. I can't let this happen, can I? What can I do? This tells me nothing. Yeah, I don't think there's anything here that I can actually help, so I'm gonna protest anyway. Wait. Please wait. Yes? Does the defense have something to add? One last question. Let me ask one last question. Your Honor, I must object. This charade of justice has gone on for long enough. Now, Mr. Edgeworth. Alright, Mr. Wright, I'll give you one more question, that's all. Okay. Yes. Now, this is my chance. What do I ask him about? Am I able to save? I can save. Okay. Let's, tell me about check-in. Tell me about when you checked in, Miss May. Oh, alright, very well, sir. My first thought was she was very beautiful. A beautiful person. She was my type of girl, so it was a disappointment, really. I see. Excuse me, what exactly was it? Well, I'm not without charm, sir, but even I'd have a little chance with her lover there. What did he say? What did you say? Rather quite. Well, boy, tell us the truth now. Another person. I object. That was objectionable. Objection overruled. The witness will answer the question. Yes, I see. Why did you know in your testimony? Well, sir, you, didn't ask. Nice try. That's the sort of thing you're normally supposed to mention. That is true. You could have mentioned that when you checked her in personally. You could have also said that she checked in with another person. Yes, quite indeed. It was a good barrister there, Mr. Edgeworth, who... He asked me not to mention if I wasn't specifically asked, sir. Oh, he's cheating. You fool. Oh, he's cheating. Trying to cheat the system. I've done it. I've won. April May checked in with into a twin room with a man, correct? Yes, sir. Then? I mean, we don't know it's a man, to be fair. He only referred to them as a lover. Then, you brought room service. You didn't see the man in the room. That's right, sir. Your Honor, we just learned of another person involved who may have been the murderer. In light of this new fact, I hold it that impossible to judge the defendant. Wouldn't you agree, Mr. Edgeworth? And who, Mr. other person? Simple. It was... the man with Miss May. The man who checked in with Miss May. I mean, to be fair, we have no idea of their whereabouts, right, Your Honor? As had been previously revealed, April May was tapping the victim's phone, yet Miss May herself has an alibi for the time of the murder. However, that does not clear the man that was with her. The bellboy saw no one in the room at the time of the murder. My all set up, but it's too late. Too late? I suppose you'd like it to be too late, wouldn't you? After all, it was you who hid the presence of another man from this court. That is true. Upstart. Amateur. Aw, ludicrous. The bellboy literally called you out on it. Enough. The court acknowledges the defense's argument. I expect the prosecution and the defense to look into this matter fully. Am I understood? Yes. Yes, Your Honor. That is all for today. Maya Fey, court is adjourned. Mr. Wright, you were amazing in there. Really? Be your newest fan. Oh, I was just doing my job, you know? I mean, yeah, you were. Then again, the other attorney was pretty cool too. I mean, he had to cheat in order to, do anything, so Ah, that face of his, with his wide and trembling lips, it sent shivers down my spine. If you say so. So, what happens with me here? Well, I don't know why I added here. Do I go home? Well, no, I don't think so, not yet. Oh, I see. But I got a great lead on today's trial. A lead? That man with Miss May, he's the key. Oh, I get it. What happened to Miss May after that? Anyway, I heard they arrested her. Learning her charms won't always work. Or won't work anyway. She's probably at the detention center now. I may have to go down there later. Anyway, this case is far from closed. Yes, sir. I'm going to find out about more about this man. He is the one who... Maybe so. Sis, don't worry. I'll find him by tomorrow, I promise. I'm counting on you. I asked for a full record of Miss April May's testimony. I thought it might come in handy during the trial tomorrow. But now that I'm so sure, most of the testimony was all lies. In fact, there's only one part that hasn't been stricken from the record. It was the way she dodged. Okay. I don't know how much good this will be to me at all now. Anyway. And do some investigating. Maya doesn't belong in that detention center, and it's up to me to set her free. To be continued. Oh. Good time to call there. Hopefully I can see you in the next one. With that, goodbye.